Now, you say, well, I haven't studied the bill. I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, let's show you what I do know. We do know that there are problems with the healthcare system in America. Let's start with the verminous lawyers who live off lawsuits by suing doctors out of business. In fact, we had a candidate for the presidency who probably forgot his name, the pretty boy, John Edwards, who made his fortune by destroying hospitals and doctors across the South like the plague itself. When John Edwards went into a courtroom, a hospital closed or a doctor's office closed. John Edwards, the pretty boy, as you well know, wanted to be president, and he thought that just a smile and a mole on his cheek that he could easily hide from the cameras by turning the other cheek would get him to the ultimate victory, to the White House. But it was John Edwards who said that congenital diseases were caused by doctors' mistakes, and juries filled with folks from the Ozarks without teeth and without much brain matter between the ears said, he's right. That handsome young man from wherever, well, he's right. They didn't know a congenital disease from a doctor's mistake. And so they found in the millions against doctors and hospitals. And as I say, like the Black Plague that swept Europe in the Middle Ages, John Edwards was like the Black Plague that swept the hospitals and the doctors of the Southeast. Now, we know that there are criminal lawyers out there who specialize in making up stories. I know one of them myself. He comes from a criminal father. He's a big Obama supporter, lives here in Marin County. And all his life, he's held himself up as the zenith of what is fair. He's a fair lawyer, this one. Lived his entire life by suing people who didn't do anything, going after companies that created products that America needed, and lived off them his entire life like a leech that he was. His father was a criminal, didn't have the brains that he had to get a law degree. He got a low-life law degree, and he's lived his entire life on class action lawsuits, medical malpractice claims, things of that nature. There's not one sentence in the Obama health care reform bill that would rein in a vulture like this, that would stop the vulture from suing doctors and hospitals for mistakes they didn't even make. There's not one sentence in the Obama health care reform bill that talks about stopping medical malpractice claims. Now, here in California, it got so bad because of vermin like him that even California put in caps on medical liability lawsuits. I don't know if you know about this. This is one of the benefits that we have out here. There are, we're still searching for it. Guys, if you could help me get this right now, we're still looking for it. There is a limit to liability in the state of California, in California. We have it right now. My good assistant has found, here it is. Medical liability lawsuit cap in California is $250,000. And right now, the scum of the earth, the solenterates who live off doctors and hospitals and patients, who have broken the medical system, the vermin with law degrees, and not all lawyers, by the way, are named right now, but the doctors who specialize in medical malpractice claims are lower than the fender bender cases. They're lower than the fender bender ambulance chasers. Right now, they're challenging this law. They want it lifted. They want the cap of $250,000 lifted. And with a little help from Dianne Feinstein and what's her name, Nancy Mussolini Pelosi, they're just liable to get their way. But stick to the main point of what I just said to you. In all of this talk about reforming medical care and giving it to everyone and making it more affordable, how come dear old Dr. Obama has not talked about eliminating or limiting medical liability lawsuits? The answer is because A, he's a lawyer, and B, one of his biggest constituencies was the American Trial Lawyers Association.